Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here, and I hear my boy Rob back at it again.
Hello.
Get it,
Hello,
Rob.
people at home who are currently watching this video. How are you guys doing today?
Exactly. You got that energy, we got the positive vibe, guys. What else could you possibly ask for? I will tell you what you can ask for. Exactly what you clicked on this video is this Salamangreat, the salad, bro. You eating salad over there or what?
The goo. I'm a Caesar salad guy myself,
Caesar
but we played the
salad.
Salamangreat, the salads.
So you went undefeated with this, yes?
Yes. The other day I randomly went to locals and I was gonna play Pearly because I think it's the best deck. I think Uncheat is the best deck, and I think that's one of the better counters to it. But then I got these cards in the mail, and then there was a ban list that said this card went back to 3. And long-standing viewers of the channel know that I love me my salad. This is the first deck I ever got an invite with, first deck I took to a WCQ with, and then I wanted to try it anyway with one Gazelle, and then with the new cards, because I'm like, these cards kind of cracked. And then so obviously we got 3 Gazelle, I'm gonna try it. So I went 4-0, I played against on a tier, Trap Trick, Marincess, and I forgot what the other deck was, Kashtira. All more off the wall strategies, but with the way the format's been very open-ended, so nothing feels like a very bad option. So yeah, no, and I built the deck to be very one card combo and very consistent, so I'm just gonna go off really quickly with it.
Sure.
3 Fire, 3 Gazelle, 3 Spinny. This
How'd you like 3 Fire?
This card's actually crazy. So I built the deck to be 1 to 2 card combos, and then the rest of your hand is non-engine. So you end on a simple board of, let's say, the Link 4, Rage or Roar, and then you just have what I've called the Hate, which is the pile of these cards, which we're going to get to at the end of the video. You just have the Hate, and you just win the game every time. So these are the best 2 to start with, because this gets you to Gazelle, and then Gazelle gets you to Fire. So these are the best cards to open, and these are your 1 card combos. And then Spinny's the best. Excuse me, is the best. Yeah, a little sick, but you know, it's the New York weather. What's it called? So Spinny's the best of the normal summons, because this is 1 card Heat Soul, and it's a 1 card and it's one of the best extenders because it's level 3. So if you draw Spinny with Foxy or Circle or Gazelle, then you always are able to extend and play past more stuff.
Hell yeah.
Let's see, and then so I played a lot of 1-ofs, which you'll see. So I played 1 Foxy, 1 Jaguar, 1 Falco, 1 Weasel, and 1 Mirror.
I've never seen that card in my entire life.
Mirror is the goo.
No, it's not. What is that?
Goo.
That's a fake card.
Oh God, Mirror is the goo. I'll die on that hill. So the way I built it was so it's not 2019 anymore. This card sucks. I'd rather normal summon Gazelle or Circle or Fire or Gazelle than I would Foxy. And so I just want to play 1 of it. The only reason I want to play 2 in future builds is because I want to cut Flame Buffalo, which I'll talk about in a second. But these cards are all terrible to be in your hand, and then you don't want to draw too many because they're the worst normal summons. Mirror alleviates these being normal summons because it's a Kairos. You can discard a solid card and summon it from your hand. And then if it's added to your hand, except by drawing it for your normal draw, you get to summon it for free. So if you draw off Buffalo, Cyanide Mining, or Circle, you just summon it for free. So this card's pretty good. We're playing past your normal summon getting disrupted, let's say by a Book of Moon or by a Lighter Heart Spin. Falco and Jaguar are just good for your recovery play. It lets you loop the traps this lets you loop the traps without going through your Rage and your Roar, or without using your Sunlight Wolf. And then Jaguar is just a free body that always brings stuff back and puts stuff back in your extra deck. And then Weasel is the best card in this deck because it summons itself for free, basically. Because if you have 2 salads in your grave, it summons itself for free.
True.
Then if a salad monster or a salad link, fusion, or XYZ monster is summoned while this card's in the grave, you get to give your opponent a salad monster from your grave, and you put this to the bottom of the deck and you draw a card. So not only are you cycling for a free non-engine card, but you give them a monster for them to die, which I will talk about when we get to the extra deck.
Okay.
Then we got, 3 circle, because, consistency. 1 will, because you don't really want brick on this. With the new Link 4, you basically get to whatever salad cards you want, because all the cards are searchable now because of the Link 4.
No,
so I will never...
But I've seen people play that at 3, though.
Yeah, it's because you can... No, the card is very strong. It's not like a bad card thing, but I didn't want to play more cards that required my hand to be good, because I was scared of just like bricking on non-engine. Like there was one. I think one of the few games I drew this and it was just cracked was when I drew Buffalo and 4 Buffalo this and 4 non-engine or 3 non-engine, and I went normal Buffalo, make Balinks, search field spell, relink into Balinks, will summon back Balinks, make Splash Mage, make Heat Soul. But otherwise, I'd rather just have this in my deck for the OTK versus versus the drawing and breaking on it. But I will say this is one of the best cards to play past Nibiru. Like if you get Nibiru, you can at least like activate will, summon a guy back, and try to play. And if you didn't activate your fire, you can usually like somehow get into a Splash Mage play. If you play Link Spider, which I didn't play, but that's because I was like I'm always activating fire. But I can see value to play 2. Like I was initially thinking of cutting Flame Buffalo, which I'm talking about here, for 2 more will, but I wanted another normal summon. If I'm cutting 2 normal summons, so I was gonna take 1 normal summon out, and then either play Second Will or play 40, which I believe the deck is 41.
Of course.
And then the cards you don't want to draw, Field Spell, Rage Roar. Whenever you do draw them, your hand is like a little bit better though, because you don't have to search the other trap, or you can search the other trap and have both. So you have both engine traps in rotation, which is always strong.
Right.
But this being a pop 4 with the new guy, and then always having an Omni, especially when you side floods.
Rage pop 4 is like so busted.
It's crazy. And what's really cool is you pair that with like a Droll or something. Like if you play against tier, like Rage pop 4, and then they can't get any of their tier of like the Sully or Screen Searches. It's crazy. And then I played Buffalo because my friend Adam, he was like, yo, Buffalo's broken, you normal it, you send it to the grave, you search field spell, you draw 2 cards, then you activate Gazelle, and you feel kind of nice. But the problem with this card is your hand already has to be playable for this card to be really good. And if I draw Buffalo with these 6 cards, I would never want to go Buffalo, discard Fire, or Buffalo, discard Gazelle. Like if I just draw like Buffalo with these 2. And I'm always going to normal summon in these over the Buffalo. So this card just felt very win more. And then the handful of times I did draw it, I either didn't normal summon it because I drew it with Fire and Gazelle and didn't want to be greedy, or I didn't have another Cyber to chuck because we play so skim on the other solid monsters that aren't the broken ones. So I don't know if I'll play more of this more or less of this going forward, but I think I'm probably gonna try a build with it at like 1 or 0. There's that, and then triple signet mining is more consistency, because you want to have like as many 1-card combos as possible. Like 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. So you have 12 ways to the 1-card combo. Like this is absurd. And then what's also cool is you have combinations of cards that alleviate that as well. Like this plus this will do, or Foxy plus Spinny is the full combo. Or like Spinny plus like a Weasel can be is the full combo too. So I just want to build the deck to be as consistent as I could. And then you just win plus because then if they pass, they die, which is crazy. Then for the hate, the goo. This is the one most of the games. Okay. Triple Ash Blossom, because fire level 3. Make Mirage Stallia. Very generic.
The versatility.
Droll Mockbird.
3 of them things.
3 of them things. You just want to see hand traps. This being really good against like the rogue decks like Manadium, Infernoble, Dragon Link, tier limit to an extent. I just wanted to have like a catch-all. DD Crow, because this card's strong against tier, Unchained, the Mirror, Infernoble, Pearly. This card's crazy. Nibiru, right? Because you don't want your opponent summoning more than 5 times, and whenever they do, you just want to be able to like catch them with this in the trap. Because what's cool is if you hold your Gazelle that you always have in hand, you can Nibiru their entire board, and then Gazelle will send a card for the next turn, and then your Rage can send the Gazelle to pop a card on their board. So if they don't try, if the Nibiru makes them pass, your Rage will kill the token, and then they just can't do anything. And then triple impermanence, because like setting cards is like broken, and this card's insane. So the theory mainly was that I wanted to see Fire or Gazelle plus 1 to 2 of these cards, because the pop 4 plus 2 of these, they are not winning that game, which is what kept happening.
Right.
Because when it made it back to my turn, they died every single time. Every time, without fail. If like this deck can grind, you have the resources to grind, but why do that when you can just kill it?
Right.
And so that's it for the extra deck. A 41. I think it's 41. Might 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I also like how you just flex an entire maxed out hand trap lineup. You trying to be Peck?
Yo, nah, I'm trying to be better. Nah, these aren't what's it called?
Shots fired.
These aren't Starlight, bro. Yo, these aren't Starlight. Yo, I'm trash.
Oh, come on now.
Then for the extra, see, I don't even have a Ghost Sunlight Wolf. This deck is trash.
True. You're getting there. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Honestly, if the list came out like 2 days later, then I had Ghost Sunlight Wolf. Like I was very upset. But anyway, for the extra deck, the Link 1 that searches the field spell. This is also just like it's very reminiscent of Meow Meow, because whenever like they cracked your board, you'd always have a normal Prank Kid to get into your entire combo as a follow-up. So it's very similar with this deck, where you'll always have your Gazelle in hand. So top decking any normal summon and being able to make a Balings for free will get you to be able to play the following turn. And then the other cool thing is that it's not once per turn to summon, so you can always put them back with Jack Jaguar and then summon more. So I'd always want to have more of this card than less. And then also has the Banish to protect your salad cards. It's really good when you're playing into a board as well, or like trying to play around your opponent's like disruption.
Right.
2 Sunlight Wolf. I could not find room for a third. I don't think a third ever came up. Because
is that something that you want to look into, getting a third wolf?
Well, there's something like I was thinking about it, but like there's also I don't think there's any space for it. There's like one card in this extra deck that's like a flex spot, but I think that card gives so much utility that like I would have cut it for the third wolf, because the third wolf only comes up in the grind when you go through one for your combo and you want to put back your Stalio or your Link 4. So you these are like the first and secondary cards I want to put back off my Jack Jaguar. This is like the third option, so it's like in theory, if I play the third Sunlight Wolf, I would never want to put this back, but at the same time I don't think I'm summoning it to add back from my grave that often. And when I am immediately relinking into the Sunlight Wolf, then I'm just gonna put the other one back with Jaguar.
Right.
So 1 Heat Leo, because this lets you be able to make the Link 4 as a 1-card combo with Gazelle. Double Raging Phoenix. This card is absurd. This is the card that, like, when Salad was good in 2019, I always said I wish this deck had a broken Link 4, because there's a lot of times you can just make it very easily, and this card does everything you want it to.
Right.
It searches you any when it's Link summoned using itself, it searches any Salad card. So it searches you Gazelle, Fire, Rage, Roar, and Will. And then the cool thing is, when you have Will, if you control a Salad monster that was used summoning its own name, so like the gimmick with Salad is you turn their Link monsters into another copy of it for free, like so they're basically all Link ones. So you get to summon up to the Link rating. So you can, if you have this that was summoned using this guy, you can send this to the grave and summon back 4 dudes for free. So this card just lets you OTK. It lets you set up follow-up for the next turn. If you don't go through fire, you can usually make this how you usually like make like dweller and stuff, which I didn't play because I was just like fire. If it's not fire and it's not cybers, I don't want it. And then if it's in the grave and a monster you control is destroyed, it summons itself back for free. So not only does that work off of this guy's effect, which is it's an Achichi. If when your salad battles, you can banish it to destroy a monster at the start of the damage step, so they can't redeclare an attack into you. So when you do that, you can just summon this back for free, and then they basically baited their battle phase because now you still have the Link 4, which means you still have a pop or you still have the counter trap, depending what you did.
Right.
Then what else do we got here? We got Stalio, which is like this card's crazy. You know, summons any solid.
Right.
Then my favorite part of this entire extra deck that I won every single game I played because of this package, and I don't think I'll ever cut it until we find like I get a crazy monster. But Violet Chimera, Proxy F Magician, and Hit Knight Eerily.
Literally never seen Pit Knight nor this fusion in this deck.
Okay.
I've never seen that fusion ever, period.
So for people that played the deck back in 2019, they know the Fusion of Fire OTK, where you relinked your Helio, right? And you targeted one of their monsters, and you made it the attack of a monster in your grave. And you made one of their monsters the whatever they attack. So if you have a hand trap, you make it 0. If you have a Balance, you make it 500. And then you activate Fusion of Fire, which is the deck's engine poly, and you just like kill them. So what it does, so this combo is basically that, but without having to play Fusion of Fire. So I'm just gonna show it really quickly. So basically, they're both Cyberse Link 2s, level 5, or Fire Cyberse Link 2s. When a monster this card points to activates its effect, you can target one face of effect monster your opponent controls, changes its effect to 0, and then negates it. So, and Proxy F Magician is a poly. You can fuse with monsters from your field or hand. Right? So, yeah. So, what you do is, when you go Link 4, you search Will, right? You search Will. Link 4, you search Will. At some point, you need to have access to Weasel, which is what you normally will search off of your Salamangreat of Fire, or you'll foolish it off your Gazelle. When you link summon, or when you summon the monster, a Salad extra deck monster, you give them a Salad monster from your grave, you draw a card. So you can give them anything. So I'm gonna give them the Gazelle, right?
Okay.
Your opponent has a Gazelle now. You go Will, summon back 4 dudes in defense. So we're gonna go Salamangreat of Fire, Gazelle, Spinny, if I can find one, Spinny, and Mirage Stalio. And then you go Link into Pit Knight, and then Link into Proxy F Magician. You activate this as effective fuse. Then you activate this to make the Gazelle 0 and negate its effects. You fuse these guys into Violet Chimera. Then you activate Violet Chimera's effect to gain half of the attack of the monsters used for its fusion summon. So 28 and 14 is 42. Divided by 2 is 21. This guy's already 28, so that's 4,900. Then, when it battles the monster whose attack is different from its original attack, it does double battle damage. So this now is a 5,000, pretty much 5,000 attack monster that when it's about to attack this Gazelle will do 9,800 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
They die in one shot. So the reason the OTK is so strong is because you can do it through a board because you do not have to interact with your opponent's board. Because you can either hit, if they have a monster in attack that has no effect, you can just negate it and then attack it, or you can just Weasel, give them a Salamangreat, and then make Violet Chimera and attack it.
Right.
I think I won every game because of it, because it's all part of a 1-card combo with Fire. Like, Fire will get you to Link 4, and resolving the Link 4 means you get to this combo. So ergo, if you resolve Salamangreat of Fire, it is game. So that's why I built the deck the way I did, focusing on this card, because this card will win you the game on its own if it goes unimpeded. the deck has a very hard time with Nibiru, but that's just Salamangreat. Like, once you activate Stalio, you get folded by the rock, and it happens every time. But at the same time, if they did not have Nibiru, they lost. Like, every time, I only got Nib one time, and I still won. Because my opponent played at a rather poor pace, and I played this guy in my side deck who gains life. Weird. So other than that, Salamangreat Pero. Yeah, you tribute it and you gain 2,000 life.
Where are you getting this custom Salamangreat cards from, dude?
Yo, it's from being in the time chamber. This is a real card. Structure deck, Soul Burn. Check it out. The OGs know, but we still haven't got the extra deck. We have 3 more cards, right? So we got Splash Maze Heat Soul, because Cyber's cards are kind of broken. And then the tech cards that instead of playing third Sunlight Wolf, I played Hida. Because when you get Nibiru'd, you can Hida, take one of their fires, like an Ash or something, and then keep playing. So you can either go like Hida, steal Ash, make Sunlight Wolf, or if they have like a Link 2 fire, you can make the Link 4. This can also make Helio. It can pretty much makes everything, or you can steal Ash and make Mirage Stalio. And then after you make Mirage Stalio, you can then make the Link 4. Like this card has utility that I'd rather have than the third Sunlight Wolf, because even though this is recovery, this is extension, which I think that I kind of need.
Right.
And I think I summoned it like 3 times. I know I summoned it against Kashtira because he ashed me, and then another time I summoned it against Kashtira and I took a Shangri-Ira, and that was like fun. But yeah, so I think I summoned everything at least one time. Because there was the game I bricked off Buffalo Will, I made Heat Soul, drew 2, then he passed to me, and then I gave him a monster with Weasel and attacked. Like this, I think this deck is actually like pretty solid. I've seen like it do like semi well at regionals. Like I know it won a regional recently, and I know it top 8'd another regional.
Sad,
so
scary,
I don't know. So like this deck is like, it's because of like 1-card combos plus the hate is just like crazy. And I'm not gonna show the side because the side kind of has the goo, but there's cards even with the side deck too that are just like that. This deck can take advantage of going into like an Unchained and Tier Limit format. And then I'll show one thing of the goo because I've been talking about why Weasel is so strong. So let's say you Weasel and you give them Salamangreat a fire. You can flip this card, and they are locked into Fire Cybers.
That's fucked up.
And if they try to crash into your board, you use the Field Spell second effect, which is to pay 1,000, make your Salad Monster 0, and then you gain their life points. So if they try to crash into your Link 4, right? So like let's say your board is something along these lines. I'm trying to show everything. Yeah. So let's say they try to crash into your Link 4. You go attack, or they go attack into this. You go effect, make this 0, gain 2,800, and then you float back from your other Link 4 because you have one in the grave. So you gained 1,800 life, and they still have this bozo on their board. And so when they pass back to you, you know what you do? You summon this guy, and they die. So
and you kill
and you die. So that's why I played it over the fusion line over the access code, because you can always do it. There's never not a hand where you don't have the ability to resolve the Link 4 because of the locks that the 2 best cards in the deck kind of give you. Right. So I'd rather have an OTK line.
So that's nuts. No, that's crazy.
Yeah. And like this deck was consistently beating Tier Limit, and this deck was like, it was crazy into Tier. Like the Link 4 plus like some hand traps, Tier could not deal with that pressure. And then it's crazy because you put them on the clock. Like the last OTK deck that had like a lot of like pressure I played was Sword Soul, which because if you passed against Sword Soul, resolving a Moyeg or resolving a Tae meant Boxia, and Boxia was spending 2 cards and summoning another guy to then make a yugioh, which would search make level 10, and then that's pressure. Pearly doesn't apply that same pressure because if you summon a big guy in defense mode, I can't kill you usually, right? Pearly's not like the Pearly is like one OTK line, versus this deck where you have multiple lines to get you to the OTK because it's pretty much just having like extended, which this deck is full of. So that is the what month are we in? October deck of the month. Because like, we didn't even acknowledge it was deck of the month. I'm calling this deck of the month.
Yeah, we haven't had deck of the month in a while.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. Life has been busy, but I think this deck is like the sleeper deck of the format. Like, if I was able to go to that regional in Hartford yesterday, because there was a Hartford regional yesterday, I would have played it. Like, on God.
You would have played this?
I would have played it. On God, I would have played it. Like, yeah, I'll show you my side deck. But shameless plug. Check out my gaming, my collecting Instagram. I posted a short of this deck profile, and then the next time I play it, because I was gonna take it to a case tourney, but I don't think I am. So if I'm not going to the case tourney, I'm gonna post the side deck as well. So you'll get to see the real goo, or you'll see the updated list I play going forward. Because while I think the deck was very good, I think there's a lot of small things I want to change. The main thing is just cutting buffer low. But other than that, I think this deck is like super strong.
All right, there you go. So we got top tier Salamangreat strategy from a top tier kind of guy. Great job, my man. Awesome. Congratulations once again on your victory. Undefeated again with Salamangreat, guys. Definitely no easy feat. Clearly still proving the doubters wrong. Salamangreat is definitely going to be one of the best rogue decks, if not a top tier deck potentially. We'll have to wait and see, guys, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys check out Rob's collection Instagram page, Evil Collecting, right? Evil Gaming. Yes, my apologies.
Evil_collecting. Evil Gaming is coming soon, though.
Evil Gaming. Okay, my apologies. Kind of sneak peek leak there. There you go. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.